Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the Island Survival Challenge. I am Hugz and this is Farming Simulator 25. Today we have quite an interesting set of circumstances before us. So we created multiple fields last go around, and I have basically an overabundance of wood that I need to figure out what to do with. Oh, and it's also snowing. So if we take a look at the prices right now, we are coming up to the point where wood chips are going to start taking a dive. In fact, they've already started to take a dive. We're at 1452. Our peak is 1610. So we need to get on the wood chipping, and we need to get a lot of money today so that we can buy all those really expensive things that we're going to need. Now, the first thing that I would like to get, though, is going to be a sawmill. So I feel like the sawmill is going to be instrumental because once the prices take a dive, we're really going to be relying on that thing to make us a whole bunch of money when wood chips are just like you can't sell them because they're not worth that much money. So yeah, that's our first order of business today, is going to be to get ourselves set up with a sawmill, get a whole batch load of wood loaded into that thing. We got red pines out the wazoo that are going to be perfect for that. I also do have some products in our garden that do have to be sold, so we're going to go ahead and scoop those up as well. And yeah, we just got a lot of wood chipping and a lot of wood cutting to do. So if we take a look at the map and where our fields are currently, actually, I have no idea where my fields. Okay, I can just barely see the outline of it. But man, this snow is really cramping my style here. This ain't great. I really can't make out like where the ground I had marked for our fields was, just very, very faintly under the snow. So we may have to wait to really reliably cut all these trees. I suppose we could come through and just look for this grass border here and cut everything in that circle. But it's got to be done. And yeah, you know what? Actually, now that I'm looking here, I can clearly see the outline of where we need to cut and where we need to not cut. Okay, so that shouldn't be too big of an issue, but we do need to clear this area still. So this whole area right here where these trees are, this all has to be cleared, along with this spot right here. There's not nearly as many trees in this spot, so I think this may be where we head to first. And then I'm thinking for the sawmill placement, we probably go ahead and plop it down somewhere right around here where this big old rock is. So that is the current plan. Now, first up, I think let's go and check out our little gardens and see if we got any prickly pears, because I would really like to sell our first batch of prickly pear. Let's just get the old Kubota here, detach our plow, and let's go grab our trailer over here. We're definitely going to need you, fella. And man, I can't believe it's snowing on the island. I was hoping that maybe this was an island that, just never had any snow. Something like that, but it's too much to ask for. Definitely too much to ask for. Now let's take a look over here. Oh boy, I definitely see some products. So I do believe this first one is going to be grapes. Let's go ahead and start scooping these guys out. This is going to take a little bit because they filter out slowly. They have a very small area where they plop out. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to gather everything up, and then we'll take a look at our prickly pears.
A few inches later.
All right, so we just picked up the last of our products here out of our gardens. Not a bad haul. We got 9,000 liters of grapes, 32,000 liters of carrots, pretty big haul there, and 8,000 liters of olives. Not bad, man, not bad at all. Let's check our prickly pear over here. Ooh, I see it. Oh, baby, I see it. Oh, beautiful. This is our first ever haul of prickly pear. Those look so... Hang on. Can I just pick these up? Are they that small? Oh, I can! Oh, that's amazing. But let me see. I don't know if I could toss it up there. Let me see if I could just suck these in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me grab these other 4 over here, and then we'll go ahead and do our first sale of the day. Very exciting. Can I... Wait. Can I not? Oh, no. I can't fit... Okay, I'm going to have to throw these up there. Hopefully I can actually reach, though. Maybe if I jump. There we go. Okay, number 1. I got to get number 2 over here. Just chuck it up there. All right, this looks like a good spot. There we go. Okay, perfect. We must make do with what we can. All right, there we go. So we got ourselves 6,000 liter. Ooh, hang on. Don't get stuck, Hugz. Oh, no. This is... Okay, we're good. Yeah, so 6,000 liters of prickly pear out of that. Very, very nice. Let's go sell all this stuff. Let's see what this makes us. Man, look at this wood. I've got so much cleaning up to do. My goodness, there's so much over here. All right, we are pretty much here though, so let's go ahead and get ready. Let's unstrap, and away we go. All right, that bumped us up to $71,958 bucks. Very nice. You know what I would love though is if it just showed you like a combined sold products thing instead of $230 for like a million different individual sales. That is kind of annoying. I don't like that one bit, but whatever. Can't really do much about it. So next up, we have a lot of wood chipping to do for our for this guy right here, the Sawmill. This is actually the one I picked out. I think it looks really cool. This is from the Highlands Fishing Expansion. For this guy, we're going to need $300,000. So that shouldn't be too many trees to wood chip, but it's definitely not an insignificant amount. Now, I do have piles over here. I've got piles pretty much everywhere of trees. Those are probably what I'm going to target. Actually, you know what? This pile right here will do. This is much closer to the actual sell point, so we can take advantage of that. And I also do have a bunch of trees just felled over here. Maybe we'll leave those piles over yonder for when we actually get the sawmill down, and we'll load those in there. All right, that sounds like a good plan to me. Let's go hook up to ye olde chipper and let's get this party started. Man, I was doing a little drifting in the snow over here. This should be interesting to see how the tractor reacts with the chipper on the front. All this weight is probably not going to go great in the snow. I suppose we'll find out here in a couple minutes. But what I'm going to do, here's the plan. I'm going to start up over here where I have all these trees that are felled, and I'm just going to work my way down. And I guess like maybe every 5 to 10 trees, depending on how heavy we feel, we'll just go ahead and make a sale real quick, and we'll just see how it goes like that. So, all right, here we go. Time to work. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just did my last drop off for now. And we obviously have a lot of money in the bank. We have $432,000 bucks. I actually splurged a little bit, and I went above and beyond to get a little bit more money because there is something else that I do want to buy after we plop down the sawmill. So let's go and real quickly drive over to where we want to get our sawmill down first of all, and let's get that placed, and then we'll worry about the other thing. So let me turn this guy off. We'll keep you right there. And you know what? We'll swap over to this guy. It's been a while since I've used you, and you're quite a speedy little truck there. So let's go hop on over to the area where we want to put our sawmill down. Man, it is so different zooming across the map at almost 60 miles per hour. It's crazy. But here we are. This is where I want to plop this thing down. So stop the boat. Okay, there we go. I'm thinking literally right behind this rock right here will probably be a good area. I'm just hoping that we do own it. Let's take a look at the map real quick. Oh yeah, we definitely own that. Let's go in here and ye olde sawmill. Now let's just take a peek at these areas here. Make sure we're lining everything up right. So that is the dump zone right there where we put the wood in. Okay, that's kind of an important feature. And then it looks like anything we get out of it is going to come out of the other like small shed area, like right there. So let's go ahead, and I'm thinking we maybe put it like literally right here. Let me just straighten things out a little bit. Yeah, I'm liking that spot. That should give me plenty of room between the truck and the sawmill to actually squeeze in there and deposit some logs. So let's go ahead and, ooh, baby, let's place it. Looking good. I'm liking that a lot. But what I'm not liking is these little like slopey areas here. So I want to go ahead and I want to smooth? You know what? Let's just soften them for now. And we get the added benefit of losing all of this stupid snow. Hate this snow so much right now. It made the tractor so hard to drive, guys. You wouldn't even believe it. Let's go there. And I think I need to bump this up a little bit as well. Oh, can I not? I don't own that land. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, well, that's something that's good to know, I suppose. All right, that should be good right there. Looks real weird without the snow around it now, doesn't it? All right, when we eventually buy this plot over here, we'll have to go back over and take care of that spot right there. But let's go ahead and just back in over here. Can I see that? You know what? Is that okay? Yeah, that seems okay to me. All right, cool. So now we have our sawmill. Let's go check this thing out real fast. This is a brand new sawmill to me that I've never ever used before. And it's very cool. It's like rustic. Can I go in this thing? No, I don't think I can. So this is manage. Okay, roger that. This is all our productions area. I wonder if it's going to spit the wood chips out here as well. I was really hoping it would have some sort of area where I could just back up to and pick them up, but I'm thinking that it's probably not going to be the case. All right, well, I could deal with that. That'll be fine. Yeah, I'm digging this thing. It's a nice little sawmill compared to like the other ones that are in the base game, so I'm really liking it. Let's go into manage productions. Now, there's a couple different things in here I could make. Each is going to eat up more wood than the others. The prefab walls, from what I remember, they chew up wood like nobody's business. I think what I'm going to want to do is probably some combination of prefab walls and planks long, potentially. I do believe that is going to be the case, but you know what? Let's get some wood in this thing first, and then we'll figure that whole situation out there. So let's go hop into our semi, and let's go bring our first little load of wood over. This is going to be very exciting. All right, we've got the old semi. Now I'm thinking I would like to get rid of some of these piles here, especially these red pines. If I could just devour those, that would be absolutely great. Let's go ahead and get rid of this pile right here. Okay, good. Now, we do need to go ahead and get these down to 12 meter in length. How big are they right now? So it's 21 meters. Where am I going to have to cut it? Okay, over here, that's not a big deal. Can definitely do that. I'm just wondering how many of these we can carry. I'm thinking probably not many, because it does have these like weird branching areas over here. Let me go get the other one actually, other two. 3. We've got so many of these things over here. I'm going to go ahead and process all of them, though, and we'll see what we can get over to our sawmill.
2 hours later.
All right, we should be good to pick these up now, so let's just see how this is going to handle. All right, I guess we'll stop right there. Okay, that's not bad. It's really these smaller pieces that I'm kind of worried about, though. Yeah, it sticks on a little weird, but you know what? It's on there. So I'm not going to gripe too much. It's just kind of, it's dragging on the ground a little bit, making this a little more difficult than it needs to be. But all right, we'll deal with it. All right, we got a full load here, ladies and gentlemen, and we are struggling. The snow is definitely not making it easy, but it's all these branches that are hanging off. I think that, look at this, we're like a peacock. Oh boy, that looks kind of crazy. I can't wait to get rid of those things. What a sight for sore eyes. No, that's the wrong expression. What a sore sight for, all right, I don't know what I'm saying, but let me get over to the sawmill. All right, let's see how this is gonna work here. I think, are we in the zone? Yes, that does look in the zone. Oh, I got a duck. Let's sell. Oh, that's so much nicer. So what did that give us? Let's open this bad boy up. Out of 140,000 liters that we could fit in, those trees that we just stuffed in there took up 29,000 liters. Okay, so that means we can fit a whole bunch more in here. I'm gonna go collect every single red pine that I can find around here. Just get these blights out of my land. I think I see one right over. Oh no, that's just a big pile. All right, I'm gonna head back over yonder and see if I can't find some more, and then I'm gonna start on these like miscellaneous piles that I have sitting over here from our field. All right, guys, several trips later, and our sawmill is completely full. 139,208 liters of wood in this bad boy. Let's go ahead and shut this truck off. I think I'm going to leave this here for the time being, because I do think that the sawmill will pull out of this trailer, since that was the last thing I unloaded from. So that'll be good, because there's a bunch of wood in there for it to just chew on and do its little thing with. But what we need to do now is go in here and figure out what we want to set this as. So prefab walls we have. For this, we'll be doing 33.6 cycles per month, and it'll chew up 412 wood per cycle, spit out 100 prefab walls. If we look at this guy, 416 wood, but we'll be getting wood chips. It does do slightly less cycles per month, though, so it's not going to go through quite as much wood. I think what I may do is actually do both of these. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this is not a split production. So if I activate both, it doesn't slow either or down. I may be wrong about that, though. Let's go ahead and check out prices, though, before we really commit to anything. Well, here's prefab walls, and look at that, $14,909 per prefab wall. That is crazy. That's or I guess per 1,000 liters, but I mean, one prefab is 1,000 liters, so let's just put it like that. Let's go and look for planks long. Did I pass it already? I think I did. There's planks long. So 5,847 per 1,000 liters, and regular planks 4,000. So obviously planks long is probably the one we want to go with. So I think here's what we'll do. Let me go over here. Let's hop in this guy. We are actually going to set this guy, and we're going to set that to selling output. We're going to do the same with this one, and we are just going to activate both of these guys. Let them shoot through this wood and just give me the money. I want the money. That's all I really care about for this venture here. And plus, it's just getting rid of stuff for me. So here's the thing now. We still have a lot of wood on our land. Just because this is full doesn't mean we can now sit around and rest on our laurels. Look at this beautiful weather. How amazing. This is so cool. And I am not nearly dressed enough for it, but whatever. So what that does mean, though, is we are going to have to continue wood chipping for the foreseeable future, especially if we want to continue clearing fields. That wood has to go somewhere, and preferably at the store being sold and turned into money is the way I want to do it. Now, to do that, I do think that it is time for a nicer and stronger tractor. That is why I did a little bit of extra chipping so we had some money in the bank. Now let's head on over to the store and see what we can afford. All right, so I've got the old Kubota here, brought this down because I do think what I want to do is go ahead and sell this. And, oh, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't, whoa, that was a weird view. I can't sell this in this spot, can I? I think I can only customize here. Oh, man. Oh, wait, I can sell it. Okay, so $146,827 is what we'll get for our Kubota if we do sell it. Combine that with our $130,000, and that gives us a grand total of $277,705 bucks. So that is basically our budget if we want to upgrade tractors. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the tractors that are available and see what we want to get that's within that price point. All right, so ideally, I want to be getting something that is heavy. Let's take a look at the weight. So here's a tractor we currently have. Does it say the weight? 8 tons. So ideally, we want something that is much, much heavier than this, and obviously much, much more powerful as well. So we're going to want a large tractor for sure. Now, if we go in here, yikes, these are all very, very expensive tractors. Now we're going to be pushing it to the limit with these. Although this Fast Track 8000 Icon series right here, that's pretty good looking. And it does come in at a whopping 12.7 tons. Oh boy, that's really, really heavy compared to most of these other tractors that are even close to our price point. The next one that's heavier would be this John Deere 8R series, but we can't even afford that one. So I think that this guy right here would be our best bet. Now let's take a look. If we were to do the engine upgrade, let's go wide tires with weights, and then the additional 1,600 kilograms. That puts us at $252,300 bucks, which is within our budget. I think I'm going to go with this, guys. Not only will it be heavier and run the wood chipper better, but look at the horsepower. 348 horsepower. That is a giant upgrade compared to the Kubota that we currently have. Okay, we're selling that Kubota. Let's get over there. We got to sell that thing right now. All right, Kubota, you've been good to me, but it's time for you to go. Give me that $146,000 bucks, please. There we go. Oh, and it got so quiet when it went. Oh, man. That's a little bit sad, but you know what? I think I'll get over it, especially with our new tractor. Let's go buy this thing. All right, JCB Fast Track Icon 8330, not to be mistaken for its less powerful version. And additional weights, anything else that how much is carpet? You know what, let's splurge a little bit. Let me see, what is the difference there? Yeah, okay, I see it. You know what, 150 bucks for that, I'll do it, why not? So that's $252,450. Let's go ahead and buy it. Bingo, let's go, baby. Oh boy, we just got ourselves a much, much better tractor here. Oh, and look at it, I love the yellow. You know, one thing about these Fast Track tractors, I love the look of them. It's just a shame that the small, like the medium and the small variants are so underpowered. They really are, and there's not as many options. But oh boy, I love the rear end too. Look at that thing. Oh man, okay. Does it have the crab walk? Let me see here. Nope, does not appear to have the crab walk option available to it. That's only its smaller cousin. But let's hook this bad boy up to the wood chipper and our trailer here, and let's try it out, man. I'm excited to see how it handles this. Oh man, you know what? We've like cleared this whole area out. I'm gonna have to go searching for some trees now. That's quite unfortunate that we don't have anything close. Well, I guess it's a good thing that we got this tractor then, because there is no way I would be making this like mega drive with that tiny tractor we had before. I think I see a pile right over there. Okay, there's our victims. Let's go. All right, I've got it fired up. Let's go ahead and we're gonna unfold her, and I'm also going to lower our chipper, and let's change our camera angle here as well. Beautiful. I could be a little bit closer, couldn't I? Hey, you know what? We're probably good right where we are. So let's see if I go and let me just grab a big old chunk here. Yeah, let's get all of you. Oh, or none of you. Okay, very good. Great start there. Let's at least try and get one on this go. Oh, man. Okay, that'll have to do. We did get one. This is going to be a weird position, though, to do this. So let me just back it up, and we'll grab this one like that. Okay, perfect. Man, what's going on with the textures all of a sudden? Something super weird is going on there. All right, there we go. And it's doing it. It's doing its thing. Can we raise it or lower it? I guess we can. Yeah, oh yeah, we absolutely can. Look at that, baby. Oh, we're handling it like a champ. I'm loving it. Okay, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna wood chip this whole pile, guys. I wanna really load this thing up and see how it handles when I go to take it down to the shop to do a quick sale. Because that's gonna be the real determining factor once I have a big load of wood chips in here. And then we're gonna see how it really handles.
One eternity later.
All right, guys, I've been loading this thing up. I think that's probably good right there. So let me go ahead and fold this. Let's go ahead and turn this guy off as well. Let's get a different camera angle. Then first test here. Are we lowered? I don't think we are. All right, we are actually lowered, and we're not lifting it off. Oh, hang on. We're lifting it off the ground. Okay, that right there is immediately a very, very good sign. Because the amount of logs I put in there, I have got no right lifting this thing off the ground. And it does look like, all right, we're struggling a little bit, but usually what I do to combat that is I just lower it, and then I got all my wheels on the ground. But yeah, still struggling a little bit. You know what, let's go ahead and raise it again. I do get a little bit more traction, a little bit more like get up and go when it's raised, but okay, all right. Well, I may have even overstuffed it for a new tractor. Either way, though, I'll tell you what, it felt good. It felt more powerful. That may sound silly, but the wood chipper itself felt like it was like pulling in the logs faster. I don't know, that might just be like all in my head or something, but who knows? All right, let me go sell these wood chips. Let's see how much we got in this one run right here. All right, made it over here. Had to use pretty much every trick in the book. It's going good though. Oh, and there we go. We're back on solid ground. A lot of it too, guys, is the snow. The snow really does wreak havoc on your tractors and your trucks. I was skidding all over the place when I was in my semi before. So it plays a big role in this. And I have a feeling once the snow is off the ground, I'm not going to have nearly as many problems. But yeah, let's get this guy on here and let's do a quick. And we're still emptying wood chips into our trailer. Why can't we just fill the trailer up? I wish that would happen. All right, let's start overloading here. Let's see how much we get for this one little batch of trees that we did. All right, guys, there's the whole load, the whole kit and caboodle banged out. So we got about 3 and maybe a quarter trailer loads full. That's pretty good, man. I was struggling at like 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half at most on the other tractor. So the fact that I can get basically a whole nother trailer load out of this tractor right here, absolutely amazing. Now, I do have some more work I do have to complete too, because before this month is over, I do want to have at least one more field basically prepped and ready to go. So right now what I got to do is I have to hop over into my harvester, and the field that's right next to our sawmill, we have to basically go and clear out that whole field right there. get it prepped, get it ready to go. So let's park this guy right here. That should be good right there. And we'll do a quick hot swap right now. Let me hop into the old harvester seat here. Oh, I love this thing so much. But, you know, I'm still a little disappointed about the auto load. I can't really... I don't know. I don't know why they don't have it on this one. I guess because it's a mod or whatever. But whatever the reason is, disappointing. Very, very disappointing. All right, let's get over to our field. Let's start cutting some trees down.
2,000 years later.
All right, I do believe this is it right here. This little copse of tree. I think that's how you pronounce it, a copse, something like that. This is what we're going to do right here. So this small area, it actually looks like a lot more from this angle than it does when you get like a little bird's eye view, especially when you compare it to this field over here. Oh boy, this field is essentially one giant forest. That's going to take a long, long time to do. Okay, well, we're here, we're ready, so I may as well just get started. I'm going to start going to town on this forest. We're not going to stop until all these trees are gone.
6 hours later.
Well, guys, this is going very, very well. It's going pretty quick, too. The Rodney is making short work of this little forest here. Now, I do think that the one difference I'm going to do on this field is that all these red pines that are around, I'm going to cut those down by hand instead of just like going through and mulching them. And we're going to save those for our sawmill. So that way we have a nice steady supply of like thick logs for it. And we shouldn't be running out of wood anytime soon over there. The smaller trees, while they are plentiful, they don't have the girth and the weight to them that the red pines do. So I can't really afford to just go through and destroy them like I did previously. So yeah, we're almost done though. We're getting pretty close, and I'll tell you what, this thing does not care about the snow one bit. That is a benefit of this this harvester, especially with these like blue BioTrack things on here. Yeah, we got like superb grip, man. It's outstanding. All right, here's the last Manchurian red pine getting ready to fall. Oh boy, you know, there was actually quite a few of these. I was surprised by how many I was cutting down. And timber! Oh, boom. Yeah, let's go, baby. Okay, this field, completely devoid of trees now. I do have a couple that are close to the edge, but you know what? I think those are fine. Yeah, we've got a lot of wood on here. I got to go through, obviously, clean everything up, collect all these. The red pines, I may just hook those up to a winch or something and just drag them off to the side over by the sawmill, make a nice little pile over there, and then the rest I'm just going to pile up probably just off to the side of the field. So guys, I've already kind of thought about this a little bit, and I think with the other big field, what I may do is do that live on stream with you guys. So I think that would be a lot of fun, and we could basically keep the stream going as long as it takes me to cut down that entire forest, which is going to be a long time. Probably at least 4 or 5 hours. So it should be a lot of fun. Make sure, if you're not, do subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so that way you can watch out for that live stream. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video. Of course, subscribe like I just said. And as always, I hope each and every one of you out there has a beautiful day. And I will see you all on the next one.